It is imperative that we are clear. Welcome to Center of Light. Imperative. Tonight, Center of Light. Rise and shine. The awakening of the Lord. Rise and shine. The awakening of the Lord. The power of the universe is given. Always has been. Now we're able to be living it all. Where have I been for 2 weeks? I got bit by the bug, y'all. The sea bug that's been going around for a couple years. I got bit by the O, the most recent one. If there is such a thing, if you're ever going to get bit by the sea bug, the Ronage, you want to get the Omni. Because it's like a cold that won't go away versus it being respiratory and potentially fatal. It's just a bunch of head stuff. You don't feel well. Feels like a cold, but something tells you it isn't. And it lingers, and it sits there and drains your juice. So I don't want any sympathy, I don't want any of that. This is where I've been, and it's been a blessing because I gained perspective. It helped me to find the diamond in a peanut butter jar. That's tonight's presentation. The awakening of the Lord. And I don't necessarily mean Swamiji, which I do. Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, all that. I don't mean that, but what I do as well. These 3 syllables, seed syllables, sacred seed syllables you see in the middle, can potentially become so I am the vessel, a vessel, passing through this package of light, this code, this node, this mode of being. Tonight is all about some Yanava and what it really is and the potential power, no, not potential power, the potential power it has for you beneficially, or the potential power it has for any of us unconsciously, which is not going to be fun at all. I strongly suggest that if you are interested in the power, using a mantra, a vision, however you choose to wield this lightsaber, you Luke Skywalker, you, be mindful of what you're handling. Potentially, it can handle you, and you don't want that. I'm going to hand you something. It's encrypted. It is encrypted in divine fire. Tonight is really about divine power. And there's only one power. There's only one power. Hello, Elaine, Robert, KK, everyone. I have not been feeling well. I don't want anything from you, not even your blessings about it. Let me check my... There we go. Let's do some refreshments. I want to see you without looking at 100 billion screens. Happy New Year, everyone. So tonight is really about power. Well, what power, Keith? There's only one power. It's either one of use or one of abuse. And we've all done the most atrocious things, but we've also all done the most beautiful things. So who are we? We're somewhat in the middle of all that, which is beyond all of that. And I'm going to hand you some keys tonight. This is not spiritual woo. In fact, it is spiritual woo-woo. I'm going to hand you loving spoonfuls of spiritual woo-woo that is doo-doo for all of you. When you wield power, you have to be clear. So the light that will move through it regardless, or a word that doesn't exist, irregardless, is going to move through any filter: jealousy, fear, hate, anger, insecurities, this, that, judgment. It's going to move and push all the same, because all the same is spirit. Spirit is eternal. So it's for us to do the work to remove anything that obscures, obstructs, gets in the way. Hello, Timmy. Hello on YouTube and Dosk Pattis. Help me with pronouncing it correctly. Hello, Andosk. Happy New Year to you. The year of time to make a choice. I'm going to hand you something tonight. If you're not sure of your level of spiritual maturity and conscious responsibility, you can back out now. If you choose to use the power that I'm going to hand you for definitely an hour, good for you. I'm happy for you. It is my blessing to know you. I will see you definitely here, as well as on the other side, which there is no other side. All there is the inside. So I'm going to hand you the absolute core power and image, thank you, Elaine, of your core self. Now, what you do with that is either going to make you or break you if you use or abuse. It's really up to you. Center of light tonight, just getting my not full second wind yet, but I've been away too long. I've been missing you. Let's see what's on the docket before we lock it in. Tonight is Center of Light. Me and my silly ways. Center of Light, rise and shine. The awakening of the Lord within. These sacred seed syllables, these letters of the soul core self, is the highest language of light there can possibly be. Basically, what you're looking at is ABC, and everything follows suit. Recently, in my hibernating phase, since I've been not feeling well, I reflected on some of the things that Swamiji said to me from years past. When avatars speak, we don't hear, we listen. And all of it, even that which may seem metaphorical or figurative, is actually said on multidimensional levels with absolute purpose. So basically, it's all literal. And I've heard Swamiji and read many books with other avatars and teachers who say certain things. We all do this. We go back and go, I read that, but I missed it. Something I missed it, and you get that jewel, that nugget. These are universal infinite nuggets. So we listen. We really take it in. And in my time away, I was able to cash in on the cash cow, moo. Maybe that's why in the Hindu tradition the cows are sacred. The cash cow. And I don't mean the one from Moses' time. The golden calf. That's not what I'm referring to. However, this cash cow that I'm speaking about, the power, is golden. And it is a calf because it's your innocent young self. Whatever. So let me look at my notes before we get into this. We're going to be here for a while. The power of the universe, the power of the Lord awakening within all of us, you, is here. We've always had it. Now I'm going to provide some tools. We are walking now into the land of all possibilities. We are all snowflakes, individual expressions of the same, and fingerprints. Like snowflakes, we're drifting from the heavens down to the earth, which we are here. And like fingerprints, we leave our stamp wherever we go. So I'm going to take a pause. I got some videos I'm going to play for you with Swamiji, Who is Swamji? He's you. He's the Christ. He's the universal consciousness. He's the diamond in the peanut butter jar. The power is going to be handed to you. I'm warning you. Heed. I'm warning you. Heed isn't just simply heads up, but also heed. I'm warning you. What I'm telling you is, you can just take it in and never integrate, apply. It's okay. But when you understand the power that I'm going to hand you, if you use this erroneously, you will pay. Not by the punishment of the absolute or the Lord, simply by your unconsciousness to do something abusive. This is the level of what I'm offering to you. You see, what we really are afraid of is not God. Hello, David Whiteside, my brother. What we are afraid of is the abuse of our own power. You're not afraid of God. You're not afraid of anything, really, except the levels we have abused power. Conscious power, we chose to use conscious power to launch us into a state of unconsciousness. And the karmic backlash of said power is really what we are afraid of. So tonight, the 26 whatever take 1,000-year cycle is coming back around for all of us to say, the door is open. Not only is it open, I'm going to give you the key that will kick it open. Be careful of what keys you turn and what locks, Neo. Tonight I am going to give you, from my heart, the 3 most powerful words in the universe and the most powerful image in the universe. They are both pure expressions of your core self. Here we go. I'm going to play you a video of something I've done some years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago with Swamji, God on Earth. The illumined one on Earth, which there are many. Avatars are everywhere. Someone in the front line, in the front of you in the grocery store, can be full-blown lit. The child behind you at the same register. You turn around and you see that sparkle in their eye. Full-blown lit. We're gonna get jiggy wit. Let me look at the order of my notes. It's very important I do things chronologically as they should be. So tonight is going to be seen, should be seen, in groups of 3. 3, 6, which this year is 6, and 9. The numbers of Tesla. But tonight is really about the 3s, those 6s included, and 9 is the result and the resolve. 1, I'm going to share with you the sacred seed syllables of the universe and the sacred image of the universe. So that's only 2. Where's the 3rd? Well, let's start from the beginning. The sacred seed syllables of the universe happen to look like this. So the 3 sacred seed syllables, the sounds, are Yah, heart, God, will, creation, power, all that God-fired divine stuff. That kind of explosive into creation. Na, the mind, a clear one, so that the God stuff, the fire, can move through a clear mind unobstructed. And the backbone, which is Va. So we have the sacred seed syllables and the sacred image. So what's the 3rd? The third is you. The embodiment of joy, living out, living, being the testimony for future generations. The embodiment of the three sacred syllables, Yanava, and the image. So Yanava, this image here, Yanava. This is the most sacred image as well. Everything's backwards, so forgive me. We're going to be using this a little later to integrate the power, the truth, the second, this minute, this hour. I received something from Swamiji some years ago. I'm asking you to listen. I don't mean hear, I mean listen. Take every word for the sake of this teaching, literal, even though it's a metaphorical gesture. The level of light and language that happens beyond just hearing a fanciful word is stronger and it's much deeper. I often go back and hear, or we all do, like I said earlier, we go back and read books and get something much deeper. So I'm prepping you to go much deeper. Expect to go deeper. So, is this one of those things Keith was sharing I should? Yeah, of course it is. That's why you contemplated. So launch yourself by falling deep into the fire. And then we're going to dice this, splice this, nice this, at least me as a bridge, knowing how Swamiji's personality is and as a teacher. So really listen. This is tonight is Center of Light. Rise and shine, you spiritual, sexy human being. The awakening of the Lord. The awakening of the Lord. Swamiji, Jesus, your great-grandmother reconnecting to your deceased loved ones. The awakening of you is really the true of it all. It's been this way forever. Tonight is a bridge. Listen closely. I asked Swamiji a question about something that happened to me years ago. Years. And he said, this is all of our name, basically. We're going to dissect that pi. Pi, P-I, 3.14, whatever the equation is, which is eternal. God bless you. Use your power. You abuse your power, you will spend another 26,000 years in this cycle or more of unconscious madness. See you shortly. Listen closely. This is a personal question for me. Does this have any meaning?
What is the meaning of?
Yanava? Yanava?
What was the story behind it?
I was in a meditation when all of my spiritual awakening started. And this name, Ya, Na, Va, came through, and I identified it in such a way, it felt like me on a spiritual level. And I want to ask you, did it have anything particular in the form of meaning that might be useful for me in my work? Or is it just a name like Keith or Angela?
You also listen to me carefully. This is the call of the Lord, the awakening of the Lord, to make us his instrument to do his work in this world on the earth. There are three granthis, three granthi. Granthi means nata nerve. Not ante
Nerve center.
Nerve center. Three. One in the heart, another in the brain, another in the backbone. Heart, brain, backbone. In the heart, there is will power. Power of will is there. Power of will is in heart. The Ichha Shakti. In Sanskrit we call it Ichha Shakti. Power of will. Here in the brain, power of knowledge, intelligence is there. Power of knowledge, jnana shakti, power of knowledge. The backbone, power of action is there. Power of action, kriya shakti. Ichha shakti, power of will. Jnana shakti, power of knowledge or intelligence. Kriya shakti, power of action. So if we unfold the nerve centers, unfold, the power is coming like a fountain, the heart, and it touches the brain, it moves nerve, it unfolds the nerve center here, and the power of will makes the power of knowledge to enlighten, and it going through the backbone, it enlightens and unfolds the nerve system of power of action. According to medical science also, brain is giving orders and backbone is doing through nervous system. It is, they are telling, doctors are telling, but it is controlled by the heart. That is the one word, yah, na, vah, yaha, yaha, naha, vaha. Ya, na, va, ha, ha, ha. There is ha is silent. Ha is silent. Ha, ha, ha. Ha is Akash Tattva, space. Akash Tattva. Ya, na, va. It represents three centers in our body. They are Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Vishnu, Brahma, Maheshwara. Creation, Lord, who wills, who gives jnana, and who gives the action. Three. So we have to unite. That is Datta Shakti. That is power. We have calling by different names. That is, it is not an illusion or illusion, it is real. It is the call. We receive the voice of the universal Lord through that super conscious state, super conscious, unconscious, super conscious state. That is not unconscious state or sleeping state, that is super conscious state. Super conscious. If we mix and merge our mind with that mind, universal mind, we can't mix. Through Guru, we are doing that. Through Guru. We can do through Guru. Just like cell phone. If you want to call me in India, suppose I am in India, you are here, you want to call me, you are taking cell phone. Cell phone to my cell phone, there is no direct connection. You are having connection with this company, AT&T or anything. There another company we are having. That companies are having connection with the satellite connection. Immediately connection will be there. If we put the number, immediately going. The same thing. Same thing. If it is correct, it is also correct.
I've been waiting for years to find out
So
what that meant. Thank you.
This is three powers. Three powers.
Should I meditate on that name?
Yes. Will. First will.
Will, intellect, action.
We plan according to will, we plan in the brain. Then brain asks the backbone to do this and that through the organs of our body. Hands do one thing, legs do another thing, eyes do one thing, seeing, listening, talking or eating. Different kinds of organs do different things. Through different organs we are doing different things. So order is coming from and planning is here, willing is here. We will here, we plan here, we work. Are you received? Have you received the?
I'm full.
Thank you.
Are you satisfied? That is not a dream, that is the real fact.
I'm completely satisfied. Thank you very much for this beautiful day.
Under this also, yah, na, vaha, na, va, ya. Na, va, ya, va, na. Oh, that is the bijakshara.
Oh, the sound that Swami made, yeah.
Seed letters, seed
They're
letters.
actually the potent seeds of their bijaksharas are every mantra or powerful saying has a seed, and those are the powerful seed sounds.
Those there?
Yes.
Wow.
Dattatreya Bijam Dram. Rama Bijam. Vijakshara, the seed letters.
Seed.
This is log. You also Ya Na Va. You can recite that also. Ya Na Va.
And the datta is the three-headed as portrayed in the picture.
Yes.
That is I gave you the book to read.
Yes.
Sri Pada Sri Vallabha book. And Swamiji is datta.
You have noticed that after singing the song, I tell Om, Amen. Om, Amen. One and same. One and same. There is no difference. First, there was the word, that is God. According to Bible also, Yamananda, Mata, Antena?
Yes. First
Yamananda?
there was the sound.
First,
In Bible they say, no, first there was the sound.
Yes, the word.
The word.
word. Sound కాదు. అదేంటి కరెక్ట్ అవుతుంది నువ్వు మళ్ళీ నీ మారుస్తావు ఎందుకు?
Word.
చదివావు నువ్వు అసలు?
Chadva.
I read Bible, Old Testament and New Testament not one times, 108 times. I did research in the Quran, in all the prophets also. I did not tell, I am not telling, only listening to other words, but I experienced, I put into practice, I did research, then I am telling. But not seeing the books and listening to others. I am not repeating just like a gramophone or CD. I experienced it and I am telling.
Experience it, yes.
Experience.
Welcome back to Center of Light. Tonight is Center of Light. Rise and shine. Awaken the Lord. Did you hear, listen, integrate, catch, notice Swamiji saying, recite this. It's literal. Recite this. Ya, na, va. Yanava. Make this image. Again, I remind you, you bring this level of power into your consciousness and begin to wield it. Make sure you are grounded, spiritually mature, and responsible. There are consequences, always consequences. We're always using God power. This is actually plugging into it with an intention. These sacred seed syllables, Yanava, heart, God, power, will, fire, creation. Ya, the circle on top of the Y, completion, divinity, unity, regeneration, infinity, immortality. The Na is the mind. It's linear. As to why there's a line over the Na, the end. The Va is the backbone, taking action. When you begin your prayers to invoke your power over your spiritual concerns, be it something in your life not going as how you would like it to be, or life is great and you're just grateful to put some ass, some oomph, some zzz behind your gratitude, whatever it is, that you go into Yanava mode, which I'm going to give you a formula as a prayer mantra that you can use to open up the engine, ingenuity, the inner genius to your power. Hello, Tony Robbins. I'm coming for you. When you invoke these sacred seed syllables, Yanava, did you hear Swamiji say Yaha, Naha, Vaha? The Ha is silent. So what is that silence? It's space. It's empty space. It's silent. Ha. The universal joke is on me, haha. It's an enlightening moment, a self-realization. So it doesn't need to be spoken because we get it. You got it. Ah, I got it. It's space. So what solidifies itself in said space is the Yah, creation, God, in you, in me, in the we of it all. The fire, the power, the will, hopefully through a clear mind, and the backbone carries it out. That's the third component. So when you invoke these sacred seed syllables in your mantra or your prayers, I suggest that you look at this image as you're doing it. Receive its Shakti, its power. There are no syllables greater and that I know of yet via Swamiji's, Jesus's, Buddha's, the universe's grace. Because within these three sacred seed syllables, fire letters, yod marks, as they say in the Hebrew tradition, the Jewish tradition, or light language, then the three syllables you see in the middle. So when you begin your mantra of Yanava, and you look at this, the universe begins to move. It begins to conspire in whatever you ask for. So I just handed you the wishing tree, the fountain of youth. Do whatever you like. Let me look at my notes. There's something important I feel. As you look at this image, Yanava, and you begin to mantra, there's a certain order. Here we go. That I wanted to remind. I'm remembering now what I said earlier was. There's an order for this mantra that is the most effective. Swamiji said, Ya-Nava, sacred seed syllables. Yaha, Naha, Vaha. The ha is silent, which means empty space. Potential, infinite potential. So as you begin over your concerns, even your gratitude, or something you just simply want to invent, create, inspire into your life, that as you use these words and look at this image, that you understand the power in it. So as you begin to move into this experience, so we actually at first in this mantra prayer involve the silent part, the silent empty space of it all. So we start by resonating the soul, the Yanava's tines, tuning fork. What is a tine? T-I-N-E. A tine are the tuning forks on it's the actual bars on a tuning fork. It's that which begins to vibrate. So we begin to excite the tines of Yanava individually. And we start by Yaha. So as I said earlier, everything should be seen in groups of 3. Even though the resolve and the result is going to be 9, Angela understands this, that's for sure. Though we're not going to do 108, you can, it's supported, but it's about 9. 108, 1 and 8 is 9. 9 is the divine number. There is no other number. There's only different variations of the numbers below the 9. The 9 is the completion of it all. So we start by going into meditation, and we look at the sacred seed syllables, which is Yanava, and you receive its Shakti, its power. And we start with Yaha, Yaha, Yaha. Remember, what I'm offering to you, sharing with you now, is more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Be careful. Yaha, Yaha, Yaha. And even though you continue to number 4, number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you break them up in groups of 3. There's a reason behind this. Yaha, Yaha, Yaha. Yaha, Yaha, Yaha. Yaha, Yaha, Yaha. You've now begun to excite the aspect of your soul's tuning fork tines of Yah, God. You're tickling the fibers, the hairs of God, and the aspect of Yah in the heart. Then you move to the next sacred seed syllable, which is Na. Naha, Naha, Naha. One group of 3. Naha, Naha, Naha. Second group of 3. Naha, Naha, Naha. Third group of 3, which is 9. Moving to the next sacred seed syllable. Va. Vaha, Vaha, Vaha. You can say this out loud or to yourself. 3 groups of 3, which is 9. Continuing on to stimulate, tap into your conscious power. Hopefully you're conscious. Is these 3 seed syllables in their most essential form, including the empty space. So now that we've completed these 3 groups of 9 times 3, which it comes back to a 9, we begin to expand, exponentiate, and open up greater possibilities of the divine using power. Sacred seed syllable, core self level power. By uttering the most divine words that can ever be uttered, Yanava. And looking at the image of the Lord, the awakening of the Lord on the earth and its fullest potential 369 self. This is not just spiritual woo-woo that I'm throwing out for ratings. I don't need ratings. I support myself just fine. And then we move to the next phase of this ritual, meditation, prayer, chanting. We did the Yahas, the Nahas, and the Vahas. And now we move to Yanava itself. Yanava. 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 Now we're including in our intention the wholeness versus the individual fragments or fractals of the spiritual soul core self. So it's Yanava, Yanava, Yanava. One group of 3. Yanava. And you can continue, but just somewhere in your consciousness, I don't mean make a separation, but make an individuation of, this is one group. Yanava, Yanava, Yanava 1, Yanava, Yanava, Yanava 2, Yanava, Yanava, Yanava 3. And you can repeat this pattern over and over. Over your concerns, over your gratitude, to lift your altitude because of your newfound attitude. All these different platitudes. You can find yourself becoming illumined. I say this every day. Even when I go somewhere and I see someone homeless, instead of, which I still do, Om Sri Sai Ram Guru Deva Datta, which is Swamiji. Swamiji did say, and I think it's going to be in this next video bit I'm going to play for you. It's great to call upon the Lord, the PowerPoint that's near you. Whether you're an atheist or not, there's a PowerPoint near you, and it's a guru. Jesus, Buddha, Krishna. And when we do said things, we begin to become even more conscious of said PowerPoint. So tapping into these PowerPoints, things begin to move. They begin to happen. But in this next video bit I'm going to play you, Swamiji did tell me, though we rely on gurus, PowerPoints, inspiration, Carl Lapierus in the house, speaking of inspiration. I love you, bro. My old childhood friend. My cosmic eternal brother. So when we tap into these PowerPoints, Swamiji did say, it's great to tap into Christ's energy or Buddha's energy or your deceased grandparents' energy or anything that reminds you of being in the awakened Lord of yourself's power. You can never lean on the Lord forever. You can't. The mother and father bird kicks the children out of the nest. Hello, my friend. I'm assuming from this, please forgive me if I'm incorrect, from the Soviet Union. Hello, Donald Nash first. Donald, hello. And I wish I can pronounce your name. Akaha? Akaha? Map. Blessing to you and yours, my friend. So we have to lean on our own power. This is the awakening of the Lord within you. Yanava. When I see someone on the side of the road who's hungry, instead of Om Sri Saram Guru Devadatta, which I still do, or God bless this person, I immediately fall into Yanava, my sacred core self. And I Yanava them, not to death, but I Yanava them to life. Because I am now choosing, even if it's intention alone, to tap into the power of myself. Versus, dear Jesus, bless this person. That's beautiful, never stop that. But when do we begin to integrate the Jesus, the Christ principle that is everything, gives rise to everything? Tonight is such of like rise and shine. We have to become powerful. We have to take the power back. Swamiji said, there's coming a day when you will no longer even see me as real, basically, Keith. You're going to see that you are the most real thing that can ever be created. You are the reality itself. You, whoever you are, supplies to you. An interview I recently did with Swamiji, the guru and the disciple, and I put a very powerful question forth. Why? Because I want to know. The curiosity in me is burning. Not only here, his dialect is a little hard, so we open up the heart. That's where the softness is. You will understand the dialect. Listen closely, very closely. The Lord is on the earth in the form of this avatar, 9th avatar. I asked him the question. I said, many years ago, you gave me power. He said, I sure did. But he gives it to everyone. And you will hear that. Listen closely. Look closely. Swamiji, question to you is, in an interview some years ago, you had mentioned to me that when I first met you, you had transferred the power. I would like to know what that power is. How do I develop it? And how could I use it to help other people?
Exhaustion అండి.
స్వామి, మీరు మెంఫిస్ వచ్చినప్పుడు తనతో చెప్పారు, మీరు తనకి పవర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేశానని చెప్పారు. సో అది ఆ పవర్ ఎట్లా తను పెంచుకోవాలి, దాంతో ఎట్లా వేరే వాళ్ళకి హెల్ప్ చేయాలి, అది మిమ్మల్ని గైడ్ చేయమని చెప్తున్నారు స్వామి.
It is the real truth. I told you the real truth. When you enter into my magnetic field, having connection with your mind and heart, devotion, dedication, immediately you will be charged. It is natural. Suppose take our cell phone, the power in our cell phone discharges. Then what are we doing? We are connecting it with the power point. Putting that power point, having connection. Then immediately it will be charged. It will be charged. So in the same way, when I dragged you into my magnetic field, if you have connection with myself, your heart with my heart and your mind with my mind, then immediately the power which is existing in my body is flowing into your mind, into your heart through rays, into your mind through mental vibration. The power from Guru is coming through rays from the heart, through mental vibrations from the mind, brain. So our mind is receiving the vibrations and our heart is receiving the rays. Then we will be charged. Why the Guru is charging ourselves? To keep us as his instruments, to do his service, his duty in this world, in particular area. You asked how God is doing all this connection with this, all the people and connecting the same way, same thing. We select and we transmit. We make you a magnet. We make a magnetic field around yourself. And if someone comes into your magnetic field created by me, they also becomes magnet. In this way, we spread our administration, our power to each and every person to solve their own problem. Especially, Keith, listen to me. All the people who are visiting Zoom interview, listen to me carefully. Guru does not solve our problems. You may ask, Swami, what are you telling? Then what is the importance of Guru? No, listen to me carefully. Guru is not solving our problems. He does not solve. Guru makes you to become powerful and competent enough to solve your problems yourself. That is the greatness of Guru. Real Guru, Sadguru, makes you powerful, peaceful, competent enough to solve your own problems yourself. Anja, tell them correctly.
So, Keith, Swami is saying that a real guru like Swamiji, they empower you where you begin to solve your own problems. So that is the role of the guru, where you start becoming powerful. And the way he...
Take an example, Keith. Suppose take a surgeon, efficient surgeon. He is having assistant, his son, or he is having his disciples. That means, so surgeon. He makes them first to have connection with him. He gives the theoretical knowledge. He teaches them. He asks them to observe when he is doing surgery or anything. After some time, without the guidance of the Guru, the disciples, the pupils, the assistants, the followers, and the admirers of that Guru, that surgeon, can make surgery themselves in another place. For every step, they are not depending upon Guru. Guru does not want the disciple to depend upon himself every time, every minute, every second. He wants the devotee, follower, to become strong enough physically, mentally, and making his mind powerful, peaceful to solve his own problems himself, and he must be ready to solve others' problems also. That is the greatness of real Guru.
Keith, did you understand everything that Swamiji said? Do you need me to explain? You got it?
So
No,
my intention is, I transmitted power to you. I am transmitting. I have been transmitting.
I feel it. I hear it.
I want to make you not to depend on myself every minute, every second. When connection is there, power is flowing every second. Always power is flowing. I want you to become powerful, confident enough to solve your own problems, whether it is family problem, financial problem, social problem, or any problem. And you must be competent enough to solve others' problems also, to give help to other persons also. You can do it. You are competent. You are doing good service. Not only you, the the persons who are in your magnetic field, connection with family, Zoom family, they are very good, very good, very good. Think about it and unite. And unitedly, we must make the world abode of the peace.
Welcome back to Center of Light. Tonight has been, so far, Center of Light, Rise and Shine, the awakening of the Lord. Did we listen? I did. The power is there. It's not only there to go get, it's there. And you wit it regardless. Irregardless. It's there. And everything you choose, decide, think about, feel, conscious or unconscious, however your process is, you get it. And the fire's being turned up. So using Yanava, Yaha, Naha, Vaha, the explanation about how to engage conscious power over your decisions, your concerns, your gratitude, something you simply want to create for yourself. Careful what you do with such power. Luke, Neo, be careful. It's here. And when we connect to these grid I am, if you will, these I am power points, consciously, the Lord simply loves you unconditionally, says, sure, you can have it. You can have anything you want. I'm going to give it to you. We are in the most beautiful, sacred time and space there can ever be, have been, will be, because it's all now. And right now, what's happening in this moment, you and I, time we're living in, 2022, it's very sacred. It's eternal. This is the story that will be told in future, in hindsight, 2020. How it all went down. You are a rock star. I'll take a short pause. I do want to share with you before we go to a small commercial break before I come back and close for tonight. I've been away for a while. Have been not feeling well. Human. You are a human. A human. Hu. The sound of the soul. Hu. In the religion Ekankar. The sound of the soul is Hu. Hu is an ancient name for God that has been sung for thousands of years in many lands for spiritual unfoldment. Man, the aspect of human, man is of the earth, relating to or characteristic of people or human beings. So the power I've laid out tonight, offered you from my heart. Be responsible. Again, when you invoke Yanava, Yaha, Naha, Vaha, Yanava, and you look at these sacred seed syllables, which is the highest image that we can possibly understand on any human level, until we break out of the human matrix, at least. The power of the universe begins to turn within itself and exponentiates and grows. You see someone inside the road? Yanava them. Yanava. You illuminate the fire within you. It becomes aglow, sets ablaze. And then we leave the red light where this person was asking for money. Give them money if that's what you have. Give them your Yanava because that's what you are. I'll see you shortly. Let's go into a song break. Going to come back and close. Thank you very much. Happy New Year. The power is yours. To be one is the point. A song by Laverne de Soul I recently introduced into the mix. To be one.
million pieces, making one of each and every heart, giving one love like you really mean it, seeing one in each other every day. Loving one is how to get to heaven, sharing one love that you are, hearing one that little voice inside, being one with all the people, teaching one all the children about love, finding one your own peaceful heart, causing one to feel peace too, and that's the way, and that's the way to be one. Being one that lives to make a difference, caring for one who really needs a friend, opening one to truth that they see it, lifting one to dwell in the kingdom, dwell in the kingdom, sending one only thoughts of happiness, receiving one love that's your gift, think as one ends the separation, being one saves the world, teaching one all the children about love, finding one your own peaceful heart, causing one to feel peace too, and that's the way. Teaching one all the children about love, finding one your own peaceful heart, cause the world to feel peace too, and that's the way. And that's the way to be one. To be one. To be
Welcome back to Center of Light. I've given you an hour of divine power. We have all been showered with amazing grace. How sweet the sound that saved not a sinner like me, but saved a soul like me, not a wretch. I'm not a wretch. I've been fetching a lot of spiritual bones for many years. Hello, Rhiannon. If you just got here, go back and watch this hour. The Lord's power is in your hand. Whether you use it consciously or not, it's yours. Clarity, the mind, the mind, it's linear from here to future, from here to past. That's not the truth. The truth is the Yah. Everything's backwards. the Yah, the circle, the completion, the wholeness, the God, the fire, the creation, the will that's in the heart. And the Va, and the spine in the Va, is the backbone. There is no greater seed syllables, an image, in fact, in a cluster of 3. 1, 2, 3. So when you say your mantra, Yaha, Naha, Vaha, 9 times in clusters of 3, and then you say Yanava in clusters of 3, 9 times. Looking at this image adds to the Shakti, the power. Be careful. I warn you. You're wielding the universal force in your hands. It's all of your demands and of your commands from this point forward. What will you do when the universe gives all of us? What will we do? Exactly what we are wanting, conscious or not. But also know, this applies to this life as to why this presentation. But you see, when we cross over, we really don't cross anywhere, we just go deeper within, and we forget the body, it continues over and over and over. Red Rover, send John a Jill Doe right over. But it's truly about this life and living on any plane of existence. But now, on this plane of existence, it is our persistence to be in the fire, the life-giving water. They both quench each other and they both illuminate each other. This is the time to bring so many levels of the multifaceted self into harmony. This is what this is about. This is what the power is about. To use this in a conscious way to bring yourself into a whole conscious capacity. Yanava. Someone's hungry. Yanava. You're hungry. Yanava. You're grateful. Yanava. Tap into the power. It's the awakening of the Lord within you. Be it you Christian, be you Buddhist, Jew, Muslim, Jainism, Sikhism, whatever you are. None of those are really what you are in the first place, or ever will be. You supersede and surpass all of that. So be that. Be just that. Tap into the power. It's not only yours, it's you itself. My sister Rhiannon, she says, it makes you think the wrong things. So we have to understand we're always wielding power. Good choices, bad choices. So when we understand there are no good and bad, we just simply reside in power. And then we become conscious. Become conscious. You want money? Yanava your way into financial abundance. You want health? Yanava your way into financial, physical health. You want money, health, and job? Yanava your way into money, health, and job. Become conscious of your sacred seed syllable self. Yanava, look at the image as you mantra, pray, meditate. So much so that you no longer need the image. You are the self-reflection, the image of your core self. And as my core brother, sister, cosmic sibling, I will see you soon in the ultimate levels. But for right now, it's always a blessing to be with you. Let's be with ourselves and illuminate. It's the awakening of the Lord within you. God bless you.